So I was just watching my latest video. I don't really want to watch the other ones, but I was just watching the my last video, and I realized that something pretty consistent in it was I used the word I can't a lot, and I noticed the tone of the video was very somber. That's not something I really like to do. I don't like being depressing because it's really easy to be, it's really easy to be depressed about things because, I outlined not everything, but some pretty general things that I faced growing up. But I made a decision a long time ago. Okay, maybe not a long time ago. I'm too young for it to be a long time ago. But I kind of made a promise to myself a while ago that I wouldn't let the past be that controlling. Because when you let a horrible past become that big to you, you let the people who hurt you kind of have control, have more of a say. You let them win. When you let them have more say in your life than even their presence is in your life. Because I don't see my dad anymore. He's gone somewhere out in wherever, I don't know. And my mom is actually now engaged to a really nice guy who's really awesome. He's a really good guy, and it's like every dude that she knew before him led up to him, and I'm so happy for them. But okay, point. Um I can't. That is a very very horrible. Those are that not a horrible. That's over exaggerating. But I can't is a very destructive phrase. I can't limits you, and that's not. I mean, from where I've come from and where I am now, I can't is the last thing that defines my life. I can. I do. I am. I work. I've overcome so much in just 27 years, and that's amazing. I am so thankful and grateful for the experiences that did mold me into who I am. I'm not where I'm going to be, I have a long way to go until I get where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And that is huge. That is more than I thought was possible. There were years when I couldn't imagine making it to 18. I was all like, every time somebody would say next year or in 5 years, I'd go, I don't know if I'm even going to be alive in 5 years. I couldn't imagine it. And now here I am, 27 years old, and I'm still here. I'm working, I'm functioning. I'm not insane. I'm not in an asylum. I've never tried to commit suicide. I've never, I have a family that loves me. All the horrible people that hurt me in the past are in the past, and I'm moving forward. You can move forward even after you've faced a past that is horrible, that you can't even imagine getting out of, getting away from. You can't imagine even making it to the next day. You can, and you will. As long as you keep moving forward, you will continue to move forward, There's a reason why people don't just die when horrible things happen. It's because those horrible experiences don't define your life. everyone, no matter what they go through, is capable of so much more than what they're faced with, what they're diagnosed with, and you know. So, I guess the point of this video is to kind of give you a follow-up to the last one. That, yeah, I do have a mental disorder. I do have Asperger's, but it is something that I am living with. It is something that I am moving forward with despite it, despite the fact that, no, I didn't grow up being told that I'm going to die, I can't do it, I can't do it, because I've always had a support system in my mom and my grandma and the people around me. Despite my dad, despite being isolated, despite being separated from the rest of my family, I've always had what I needed to support me. That I think the one good thing that my dad did really was he never when they told him to put me in an institution to just forget about me, he didn't do it. Some people, would debate whether that was a good thing or not, but the family that we're given is given to us for a reason. The bad people in our lives are, you can either focus on them or you can focus on what they mean. And I always saw my dad as, how you put a shadow in front of, oh wait, there's a window right here, so I'm trying to demonstrate, but it's not doing very well. But okay, you put a big object in front of a light, and it casts a bigger shadow. So you can either focus on the object, you can either focus on the shadow, or you can focus on the light that's casting the shadow over you. And I'm choosing to focus on that there's a reason he's defined as a bad dad. That means that there are good dads. That means that while he's a bad man, there are good men. And that's hope right there. That's why my hate for men and, how much I was just stalked and molested growing up. That's why I don't hate guys anymore. I did. I really did. I couldn't imagine ever getting married. I thought it was akin to slavery. But it's why I can look at the future and say maybe one day I will get married. Maybe one day I will have a family with a man I love who's equal to me, who's my partner, who understands me and I understand him, and we are united in that. And that's more than I could ever say back then. So yeah, there's hope. It's more than I ever thought I would have. Even if you lose everything else, you will always have hope. To avoid sounding cheesy, and I don't care if I do sound cheesy, as long as you're breathing, there's hope. Okay, that's debatable, I know. I'm a pessimist. You gotta be realistic about it, because sometimes if you're just breathing, yeah, no. Okay, but you know what I mean. Don't do the realism thing. Okay. Alright, bye.